Hey! Is this not why you were here?
I was gonna rip his heart out. I'm the best ever.
All right, guys, welcome back to the most underrated, underprivileged, undocumented, and under whatever the fuck you else want to fucking categorize us in. But yeah, as you guys see, it's gonna be a 2-man episode. Well, Gio works today, Butters was busy, and JD just got out of work. So it's the holiday season, as you guys can tell. Most of us are getting quite busy. Like JD works as a delivery truck guy, so you know he couldn't fucking make it. There's probably like a overflow of fucking things that he probably has to deliver at this point.
Prime Week.
Yeah. Or Cyber Monday. Yeah, exactly. Cyber
Prime
Monday.
July.
Yeah, so, yeah, man. How you been, bro? What's up?
I've been glad, dude. Yeah, Jaden's coming out fucking late, and I remember back in the days when I had to do that, and I fucking hated it. I hated working Amazon, especially Christmas, because you deliver to people's houses, and you see the Christmas tree, like, fuck, I want to be home.
And then not right now, like, for example, like right now I'm looking for a job, right? And so literally all you see right now, I mean, I don't have the capabilities to drive at the moment, but literally like the number one thing that you see right now, like if you go on Indeed, it's Amazon driver.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, like seasonal. It's a seasonal thing. Yeah. Or UPS seasonal driver as well.
Until like January, right?
Yeah, until like everything kind of like settles down.
Yeah, a lot of people, I remember in January, a bunch of people get laid off, and then one time I was a seasonal worker, and then they offered me a position like around January. So it's kind of, you go through the process just for months, kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Sucks, huh? Yeah, I don't like
But
that.
I mean, they want to like get as much juice as they can out of you in that month. It's not an easy task.
And also like some people like they have like some extra time and just extra income for that month, which is some people like need it. Like seasonal things. So I guess there's demand for it. There has to be a demand for it because do you think a lot of Uber drivers throughout this time make a lot of money? Because I'm pretty sure like there's a lot of people flying into LA, right? Yeah, I think airport Uber drivers are probably are doing better right now. But I think in general people are staying home. It was getting colder once. People just want to like stay home and stay warm. So I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know how it affects them. But for sure, LAX people, the LAX or the airport Uber drivers are
making money.
Yeah, because they manipulate like the algorithm. So like they'll go offline, which creates when there's demand at LAX, the Uber drivers will go offline to show that there's no drivers, and when there's less drivers, the prices go up because obviously supply and demand, and then eventually they all go online at once at a higher rate, and so like the same ride that would cost $20, $30-$40 now.
Yeah,
so they're
double.
They're fucking smart. Those guys are. Like the Uber drivers are, they're just smart. Yeah, and this week, bro, has been fucking crazy, dude. A bunch of everything's gone. The only thing that's promising now, I'm optimistic about is this podcast. The only thing that
the only thing that people should look forward to every fucking Friday.
Yeah, every Friday. But everything else is going to shit.
Yeah. Well, today's date is actually December 5th. And I know that on the other side of the world, some people celebrate this thing called Krampus.
Happy Krampus Day.
Yeah, Happy Krampus Day.
Yeah.
That's crazy, bro, because I was just scrolling, what do the kids call it? Doom scrolling through TikTok.
Yeah.
And fucking this shit came up with like a little small parade. I guess it was like a last year thing because, I mean, today is the actual date of like the celebration, where people were dressing up as like devils and shit. And then like, you know, like the Mexican, like the podcast or like the people that don't really look into some of this stuff, they just go off like, oh, es el diablo. Están celebrando el diablo allá en Europa and whatnot. Yeah, because I saw.
Similar, huh?
I mean, it's pretty similar, bro. But the thing is, like, I think that I want to go into two things, but, you know, just hitting this point, I think is the fact that like people, like Eddie Bravo says, you gotta look into it, bro. You gotta look into it, bro. Like a lot of people, they just see like the devil and like the horns or whatever, and like right away it's like that's Satan. That's Satanism, right? And then like you learn and you actually look into it or read about it, and you actually see like the history of it. I don't know if you looked into that.
Not really. I've heard a little bit of it. It's a Catholic, it's a church thing, right?
It was a church thing at one point. Yeah, I think that early on, like it wasn't connected to the church. And then somehow it got adopted into the church. And then I think before like World War I believe, they wanted to also like fucking, they abolished it from like religion or like anything to do with like the Catholic Church. So it's kind of been like a on and off thing. It's like a toxic relationship, you get me?
Yeah.
Except now it's not really like anything, I don't think it's really correlated to anything like religious wise. Yeah, but apparently, like, I don't know if you saw like the history of it.
I've only seen what in the Office. Dwight Schrute's Dwight Schrute's character is German, has German like Nazi background,
Ancestry.
Yeah, like he refers to like some of the ancestors as being Nazis. That's part of like the joke. And then one episode, like towards the end of the show, he comes dressed up as Krampus and he has twigs and he's smacking people around the office.
Yeah.
And that's all I know about it.
Yeah. Well, I was actually reading into it, and I mean, a lot of people, from what I saw, I guess, I saw a more educative video, and then I saw like people kind of like giving like their own like perception or like, but most of the story kind of like adds up, right? But apparently, like, people don't really know like the actual like origin of this, right? Because of the fact that like it was something that was before the church, and then it got added into the church and whatnot.
And they were trying to abolish it.
Trying to abolish it, but and then it became like a more of a global thing, especially through Instagram or whatever. And people made the Krampus sexy. They added boobs. They made her into they made her into chicks, right? But I mean, from like what I was reading and like the history, apparently like it's celebrated between like December 5th and 6th, right? Like, he's either, some people mention him as an alter ego, or kind of like a sidekick, or somebody that rolls around with Saint Nicholas, right? Or
Big Santa.
Big Santa, yeah, Big Santa. And apparently, like, how Santa gives gifts, presents, and works miracles. Apparently, Krampus is the opposite. He's the guy that comes in if you're misbehaving, right? Like, he will beat you up with, like you mentioned, like the twigs, right? Or like some stories, they get a little bit more chaotic, like. It talks about like how Krampus would take some of these kids down to the underworld and like beat them up, or in more extreme cases like eat them and stuff. And then like instead of leaving gifts behind, he would leave charcoal. Yeah,
that's where they probably came from, right?
Yeah,
that
probably.
If you're naughty, you get charcoal.
Yeah, exactly. Naughty, like in the stocking, right? Yeah.
Krampus comes and fucks you up.
Yeah, and then like there's other stories that get a little bit more interesting. So I mean, there's also, I believe in like Dutch storytelling or folktelling. Like, there's a story where it talks about how Saint Nicholas at one point passed away, and when he comes back, he revives and he beats up one of the bishops with like a twig or like a wooden stick, and so apparently that becomes his alter ego, which would be Krampus. Yeah, so apparently that's kind of like the thing, and now it's become kind of like a global thing because people are looking more into like folk tales, right? They're looking at some of these traditions that is mostly celebrated in like Germany, Austria, Polish, that type of like that area in Europe. And yeah, like people, like it's become like a more global thing because of the fact that now we're exposed to it. Because I mean, this is the first time, if I'm being completely honest, that I've heard of it, and it's also the first time that like I've looked into it and see kind of like how it's spread out, right? Like, because there's marketing to it, like even like a sexual market where like they're making it like all sexy, all fucking anime hentai type shit. Yeah,
that's well, it does sound a little satanic.
It does.
If you look into it, like the fucking people, the Mexicans will freak out. Like,
hell yeah.
Take them to the underworld, you eat them, like taking them to hell, and you're eating them. So
yeah, but I mean, that's just as bad as in the real world. Hey, te va a llevar ese hombre, and that hombre could be a really bad guy,
That's us now, way. We're the fucking hombre now.
Nah.
No, I'm saying like no, not that. No, because before when you were a kid, they'd be like, oh, that guy didn't take you.
Yeah.
Now we're the reference. We're the one that's supposed to scare the kids away. We're not taking kids.
I hope not.
I'm not. I don't know about. But like we're the reference now. We're like the old fucker. Like, oh yeah, be careful.
Hey, fool, that fool's gonna take you.
I think that I remember my dad used to leave like. My dad would let me get lost on purpose. Like, I'll wander. He'd be like, don't, like, stay close to me. I'm Pacific.
Big HP?
Yeah, big HP. I would just walk ahead of my dad. And my dad like, dude, stay right here. And then one time, I walked in front of him, and he just turned the corner and was just hiding behind some stairs. And I kept walking like an idiot, and I turned around, and I was looking for him, like, oh, fuck, dude.
I think what makes it more, I guess you could say scary, or more like gives you more of an anxious feeling, is that there's so many people around, right?
Yeah, this was years ago when Pacific was still like popping. Yeah. Now it's still a little slower, but like there's a lot of people that's like, oh, fuck with my dad, and he was watching the whole time.
Yeah,
but I was fucking. I'm pretty sure I was
a kid.
Bitch.
Yeah,
I'm a bitch and I'm a kid. I'm sure I cried, and so eventually I guess he didn't want to cause a scene. So as soon as I'm assuming I cried. I'm assuming he like okay. he learned his lesson, and then I was fucking holding it. I'm sure I held his hand. I was fucking
You don't want to let go.
Yeah, but they use kind of like they scare you into the way to discipline you. And
Yeah.
stuff.
Have you seen like the funny videos or like the memes they make of that? Like for example, like there's one where like a woman is like they do all these videos in Mexico, of course, and they're in Spanish, but just to kind of like translate it for like the English viewers, where like a woman is like breastfeeding her kid, and like the kid doesn't want to like be breastfed. Of course, they don't show the breast, like they're covered up, and they're like, "Hey, si no lo quieres, voy a dar ese hombre." And like the comedy is the fact that like the kid doesn't drink, but the guy's like, "Hey, no lo quiso," like you know what I mean? Like I'm next, yeah.
Bro, Mexican comedy from Mexico, like they're. I don't think they got hit with the woke stuff as much as American culture did, because I still see people like do skits and they'll dress up as like someone Middle Eastern, with the hijab, and they do like an accent, like a Middle Eastern.
Like their comedy's still like early 2000s, right? Like America early 2000s.
Yeah, they're still a little delayed, and like that's why we get like Mexican, and I'm sure other cultures are like similar.
Yeah.
We get like more like dark, black comedy, like dark comedy, like. It's still like that's the stuff I want to watch, because they're like those pranks that they do out there. It's like I've seen that prank where like they're handing out pamphlets. Like there's like an accomplice, like your friend, give him you were giving him a pamphlet or something, and he says no, and the guy fucking smacks him.
Oh,
so
shit.
the person behind him is like, oh, fuck, you offer him the pamphlet, like he's gonna take it because he thinks that this guy's smacking people, but it's really you're smacking your homie to prank people, and like that. In Russia they do that too. I'm assuming Russia's still like.
They're not woke.
Yeah. So I love Mexican comedy.
Mexican comedy is funny. I've seen one similar, but it's like where this guy pays like his friends to buy a cake. So he pays for the cake, and they go and they grab the cake and they splatter it on their homie, like in the middle of the street, bro.
Oh yeah,
like in public.
In like a big city or
I think. Well, I saw it from Chango Cerote, and he's out there in Culiacan, so it was like it's a big city. Yeah,
that's crazy, because some of these people, they start off in their small pueblos.
Yeah,
and that you need balls to do that, because everybody knows who you are. In a small town, you know that's so and so's kid. So like when they're doing like all this like.
Desmadre?
Yeah, like when the guy they're like driving around, like, oh, this package belongs to the boss. Deal with it.
Oh yeah,
yeah. I think give them like flowers or something.
Yes,
right?
flowers, like a pancake mix.
Yeah, that's done like in these little pueblitos where like like or other like fucked up pranks, like like, oh, fucking that's so and so, that's Doña Maria's fucking dumbass nephew or whatever the case is, and they know, so there's accountability. When you're doing it in this big city, it's like you hide and
people don't really care. But going back to like early 2000s, I mean, I don't know, bro. I don't know who's watching, but I think it's mostly older folks. A lot of older folks remember like World Star, like the old World Star though, bro. Like the World Star where it's like World Star, and like people were actually like beating the shit out of each other, until like Instagram started becoming a little bit more woke, the thing we were just talking about. And World Star eventually ended up becoming more of like a news outlet, where like they would just kind of like
a BT almost, no?
Yeah, bro. So like honestly, right now World Star is not the World Star that we grew up with. But right now, I actually was seeing one of the comments that they had left behind, and it just kind of brought back memories, bro. Because of all the fights that I would actually see on World Star. And it's funny because this fight is actually it's kind of weird, but I mean it's a way older fight. Like even like the video doesn't look that great, but apparently like it was these chicks that get down like in a locker room setting. I don't know if it's at a school or at an actual gym, and apparently like one of them ends up really putting it on the other chick, and she mounts her, and as she's mounting her, like going back to like what you guys were just talking about like last week, like you'll do whatever you possibly can to like save your well-being, like your life. And so apparently like the chick that's getting mounted on, like the chick on the bottom, she ends up fucking biting the chick on top in her genital area.
Coochie.
So yeah, in her vagina basically. And it's funny because like the chick is just screaming like
fucking yeah. From winning to agonizing pain, and you can't. It's like you can't really tap.
No, like what are you gonna do? Like
it's like you seen Friday, the second Friday.
Yeah, the ball grabber.
Yeah, with the fucking Cat Williams with that wrench.
I mean the lottery ticket. I don't know if you've seen that one.
The movie?
The movie, the one with the Ice Cube.
Lottery ticket.
Yeah, and it's like
Old
this guy
school?
that's old school movie, and then this guy's like walking around and shit. He's like the thug, and I think I don't know if I'm getting them confused, but he would grab people's nuts and he would juice them. They would call him like the juicer or something. Yeah, like literally like juice
What
them.
the fuck?
Yeah,
haven't
I think
seen
it's
that
Lottery Ticket, bro. If I'm not mistaken, or if it's one of those movies, bro. Like that type of
Someone's
movie.
gonna comment.
Yeah, somebody's gonna
You're an
comment.
idiot. It was fucking.
It was fucking Friday after
it was
next.
Friday
Nah, it
after
wasn't.
next, yeah.
Nah, it wasn't. But
that one got. They're supposed to make the last Friday, huh? And they never did.
yeah, they were supposed to make the last Friday, and they were working on Rush Hour 4. But I think
Oh, yeah?
most of it was in the process, or ended up just staying in the process. Well, first of all, with Friday, I mean, it's kind of hard to do it now because a lot of the actors have passed away. Devo
Yeah.
passed away, rest in peace. John Witherspoon that played Pops,
Yeah.
he passed away. Like there's other actors that have actually passed away.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of it, or the big hiatus between those movies, because the fact that they wanted to bring Chris Tucker.
Chris Tucker.
But Chris Tucker, apparently, from like what I hear, is that he's like a very Christian man now.
Oh, is
So
he?
like he doesn't really want to get too involved in like some of these projects. Yeah, because I remember he gave out an interview where they would tell him on the street like Smokey, like, hey fool, like let's go, you know, like basically like let's go hit this shit, you know. Like, no man, like I don't do that. Like that's just the character in a movie that I played. Yeah.
It's tough. It's tough when you're known for one role.
Mhm.
Like who's that guy from 300?
Uh,
Jared Butler.
the main guy, right?
The main guy.
Yeah.
He I heard stories from on a podcast somewhere saying that when he would like take girls home, they'll be surprised that he's not all ripped like,
Oh,
like
yeah,
the
yeah.
300, and he's like a regular dad bod. 'Cause a lot of it was CGI. Like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
300 because he looked fucking shredded.
Shred it.
And so like girls like expected that, but in reality he's just a normal dude. So I'm sure Chris Tucker is known for what? Rush Hour.
Rush Hour,
And Friday.
Fifth Element, and Friday.
Oh,
Oh, and fucking Money Talks. But most of the character that he plays there, they're pretty similar, bro. It's like,
Silly dude, huh?
yeah, they're changed a little bit, but those are like, I guess you could say like his top movies, and
Yeah.
most of those characters are almost
Like,
in line.
Comedy
Yeah,
relief.
comedy relief, and he plays almost like the same
Yeah.
type of character. Like for example, like Money Talks. If you guys haven't seen it, very funny ass movie with Charlie Sheen. But he plays like a ghetto guy that owns like he owes money to the mafia, and then like the feds kind of what do you call it? They frame him for like a murder, and then he gets into even more trouble because he steals jewels from another mafia dude that he was stuck with. So it becomes like he's becoming like this like criminal, like doing funny shit as he's trying to like avoid the mafias and like the feds and shit.
It's very like lighthearted almost, even though it's like
Yeah. I mean, you could say like it's funny. Like it's not graphic or anything, right? So it's like, yeah, you could say it's lighthearted, like for the genre. You get me?
it's a serious scenario, but hey, he's being silly. He's talking smack to like the boss.
Yeah, and Charlie Sheen and shit. Yeah, like I'm pretty sure you've seen like one of like the most iconic clips is like when he's stuck in like with one of the mobsters while he's basically getting taken away on the bus, and like the guy starts talking to him in fucking French. He's like, "What's that you claiming? That French part of Compton?" You haven't seen that shit? Nah. And then he starts fucking speaking to him like a mobster. You want to play it rough, but he's like fucking Italian way, like Italian, like Scarface.
Montana. Yeah.
You haven't seen that shit?
It's funny you say that because
Yeah, it's funny as fuck.
What comes to mind is that the one in Rush Hour where he's talking shit to the Yakuza, like, oh, you, what's your name? You.
Oh, you, yeah.
No, you. Like, it's like similar scenes. So I'm assuming I can guess the what's it called? Limitless?
It's called Money Talks.
Money Talks.
Money Talks.
I can see how I can picture him in his face and his mannerisms with that.
Yeah, he's hilarious, bro.
Yeah, that's crazy that he's a Christian. Like he's newly devout, or he was always Christian. And just this was.
No, I think at some point he I don't want to say converted. I'm pretty sure he was always Christian, but he got more into like the religion.
I wonder why something always happens. Like I don't know if someone that was in a car crash and he was like a little like on a street kid, but now he's super religious. And
I mean, there's not an old saying, but there's a saying going around. It's kind of funny, but fucked up. I mean, I'm not, this is not me making fun of like anybody that ends up going towards a religion to better themselves, but there's a meme and like a saying going around that a hoe's final phase is a religious woman.
And then you said that phase, that's when he starts dating dudes that she'll never date.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Like, you were saying that a couple weeks ago that the hoe ends up with the dude that he would never date when she was a hoe.
Yeah, it was more of I mean, wasn't more of a hoe, it was more of a woman that with kids. The woman with kids will give an opportunity to the man, even if he doesn't have kids, but a man that she wouldn't look, or the second, like would give a second glance to, if she didn't have kids.
Yeah, that's kind of imagine. Damn, I'm glad I know that.
I think Andrew Schultz talked about that too. Oh, talking about Andrew Schultz, did you Kendrick? Yeah.
Oh, you fucking. It all stems from that.
He called him out on a track on the GMX track.
But he's referring to like those comedians from England. I forget their name. Shits and giggles. It's related back to that the drama that he was in. Shows with shits and giggles about the black women causing hair loss and like they're abusive, so they grow beards. And then he referred to it as he
said never let a white comedian talk down upon our black women.
Yeah, that's the law or something, right?
Yeah, that's law.
That's law.
That's law. Like basically, they should never do that.
It's like comments, and then everybody, surprisingly, everybody in the comments, like that video of what they posted. I think academics posted it. They're all in favor of Schultz.
Yeah, so, a lot of people are.
Yeah,
so I saw a lot of people breaking down.
Initially, people were giving shits and giggles shit, and everybody sided with Schultz. And then again, so I guess you can't really, if you are fucking a comedian, you should just double down. I think you don't apologize. It works out. I think, and then
yeah, because I saw another video where there's this other dude, a black man, actually breaking it down as well, and he was more on Andrew Schultz's side because he was talking about like how exactly what you were saying, that comedians are the last, I guess you could say, like the last, how do you explain it, bro? But he was basically saying like they're the guys that could push the freedom of speech.
Yeah,
like they're like the last set of people that could push.
Yeah.
You know, like it could just push it. Basically, what I'm trying to say, to an extreme and stuff. And then at the same time, these comedians, they don't need to make up like raps or eulogies for you to understand like the ideas or the concepts that they're bringing, like, you know, to light or whatever. Like the clapback that they're gonna bring forward to. They just basically tell you how it is and stuff. And even if they tell it in a funny manner, I mean, going back to an old saying, right? Like, to every joke, there's some truth to it. Yeah, like, you know?
A perfect example of that is, remember when Logan Paul was going at Chris D'Elia?
Yeah, like, that was pretty funny, too.
Prime Chris D'Elia, before he got canceled, like, he would... I forget what they were talking about, but, like, Logan Paul was trying to do what Chris D'Elia does for a living on Twitter, and was failing in front of millions of people, because Chris D'Elia's clapback were just tweets or whatever, and then he eventually had like, I'm just joking. Logan Paul was like, oh yeah, my bad, you're funny, blah blah blah, like kind of like, all right, accept defeat, because Chris D'Elia he's a funny dude, and then they're the ones that set the fucking they break the glass ceiling, and then comedy moves up a little bit for like people not willing, because I'm not down to like I say dumb shit, but some people like
they push it.
Like who, like Kill Tony. That scene right there, like they're really fucking pushing him, like, and I think it's funny, but like, damn, I can't say like I'm. Yeah,
you can't say it.
I'm not gonna say that. Yeah, especially not here, because we don't like. I'm retarded, so I can't defend myself. But Tony Hinchcliffe, he'll push the fucking. He'll break the glass ceiling and then make another one, and then he'll reach it, and he'll, like, for example, when he got canceled with the Chinese guy. Back in like 2021, I think he got canceled for saying.
I didn't know about that one.
He got canceled for he was making fun of one of his openers who's Chinese, but that one seems like it was a Chinese government, in addition with the help of the Chinese comic, were trying to attack Kill Tony, because there was a bunch of fuckery. He explained it, and then again with the Perico shit, so he's completely pushing the glass ceiling, and then he gets canceled a little bit, and then now he knows, okay, that's the line. Should I cross it? And he usually just crosses it.
Oh, talking about that, do you know who Ray William Johnson is?
You sent me the video of him.
Yeah, Ray William Johnson, for those that don't know, or for the younger generation. So Ray William Johnson, he was the top YouTuber at some point.
Yeah.
And his thing was basically he would review videos, and so he would do like 3 videos, review them, whatever was viral at the moment. Sorry, that was fucking bad. Yeah, but what ends up happening is that now on TikTok he does like true crime, like he does like a lot of true crime and stuff, and apparently right now he actually is kind of involved. You could kind of say like in a little bit of legal battle. I wouldn't really call it legal, honestly, because you know, like like what he was basically saying is that he actually made a video on like this priest from Philippines that was like a fake prophet. Like he would basically tell people to come to his church. You know, he ended up making like a big establishment and stuff, and you know, getting people to donate money. And at the same time, he was molesting or sexually abusing like a lot of the people that joined the church. You know, especially like a lot of like young children as well. And so what ended up happening is that since now he's in jail in the Philippines, his legal team apparently sent Ray William Johnson a letter where apparently like they're gonna go after him, like they're gonna take Ray William Johnson to court. But he's like, oh well, I mean, I don't care. I'll be waiting for you. Like, I don't know how it works in the Philippines, but if you want, like, we can have a whole court case here in America. And the bad thing is that the FBI is looking for you. So I don't know how you're gonna step step in America to begin with. You hear me?
He doubled down.
Yeah, he doubled down too, bro.
Yeah,
and like going back to like, I wouldn't necessarily really call him a comedian, but I mean, to some extent, he kind of is, right? Or kind of was. And it's funny again, like he was just kind of like clowning. He doubled down, like you said, like he was just clowning on him, like again, and he's like, I don't mind calling you a abuser again and again and again. Like I have no issue with it. It's like, bro, like here's your wanted poster. Yeah, like he showed him like a full on like FBI, wanted. Like, bro, like what are you gonna do?
You have bigger trouble than me.
Yeah, exactly, FBI, bro. You have other like more serious issue than me telling everybody what you did when all of this is already like documented. Yeah, and it's like it's a public record.
He's on the run or he's in prison?
He's in prison in Philippines.
So he fucking he's just trying to make extra fucking buck or something. I don't know.
Yeah, and apparently like I guess one of his PR teams of like the guy the priest. Or like I guess somebody in his team saw the TikTok video and I guess presented to him, and apparently like they're taking like legal actions. It's like fuck it, like bring it. Like I have all day, bro.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, basically.
I mean, I don't think anything's gonna happen, huh?
Nah, I don't think so because the FBI wants him here too in America.
Yeah, and also if he was already tried, it's I'm assuming it's public knowledge. Like in America, it is at least. I don't know how it is in the Philippines. I'm assuming it's public knowledge, so you can't get sued for something that's already public knowledge. So that's like, he's just doing it for, I don't know why, monetary reasons. Maybe he was trying to scare him. Maybe he was like, okay, I'm going to pay him just to keep it out.
Yeah, he said, he told the guy, fuck it, if we're going to continue with this lawsuit, fuck it. Like, I don't care. And like, everything's like public. So I'll just keep making TikToks of every step of the way, bro, until we figure it out. Like, I don't mind.
It's
yeah. Like
now, so he's making bang. He's good for Ray.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You know how almost the same thing happened to Dilvan.
For who?
You remember?
A Peloton?
That one, I'm surprised it didn't go after him, but it wasn't even him. Someone made a face swap video of Dilvan with some dude that went viral on the internet. You remember that guy, that surfer dude? Like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go catch a tube, and like really like a hippie surfer dude that got interviewed on the news like years ago.
I don't recall.
Someone CGI'd Dio's face on it.
Yeah.
And it looked very, very good. Well done CGI. Yeah. And so the dude that was in the video, I guess, killed somebody or something. He's in prison. Shit. And then he saw the video of him with this Dilvan's face on, and he sent Dio a cease and desist or whatever that's called. Basically, same thing is happening. Suing him for intellectual property or something. It was his likeness, but it's a fan made a CGI version of that. And
I've seen those.
And then Dilvan was like you're not Dilvan. And he's like, bro, what the fuck are you like? This is not a real thing. This is crazy. I didn't make this. I don't own this. This is someone out. A fan made it. Mm-hmm. And also that's fucking the news. The news can probably sue, but that guy wanted to sue Dilvan, not fucking
from jail.
From jail, yeah. I guess he hired a team, much like the Filipino the cult leader or whatever. Yeah. And then he tried to sue Dilvan from fucking prison. I'm assuming he's trying to get bread. They're hoping they're like, it's easier to just settle, give him $5,000 or whatever. But Dilvan's like,
but what's the point of that at that point? Like, for example, like if you're gonna be doing time, like what do you do with the money? Like it's
commissary. Yeah, you get better food because the food there I heard is shit. Yeah. My knowledge is like fucking LAUSD. I'm sure it's exactly the same thing. The food there, they give you like enough so you don't starve to death, but I doubt it's any good. So they have the commissary. You buy like ramen noodles or whatever. That's why they get creative with like the ramen noodles and like sausage and cheese.
Yeah, they make some crazy ass shit. I used to watch. What's his name? Fuck, what's his name, dude?
Black dude?
Yeah, the big dude.
Kai? No. he's skinny now, right?
Yeah, he's skinny now. All he does is like
Eat
he's like a
watermelon.
vegetarian and stuff. Yeah. Fuck, what's his name, bro? Kali Muscle. Kali Muscle, yeah. And then I remember he would make like all types of fucking snacks and shit.
Bro, the sodium.
Like, damn, bro.
The sodium on there.
The sodium is crazy, bro.
Yeah. My brother would make, he'll get a bunch of ramen noodles, put them in a plastic, like a fruit for less bag.
Yeah.
Put like hot Cheetos, cheese. He'll cut up like some like cured sausage or whatever you can get like at like a beef jerky or whatever, like whatever you get at a gas station. And then you put a little bit of hot water, and then you fold up the thing, and then you just let it cook there, and then you let it cool down, and you cut it, and it's good. You just put a bunch of mayonnaise on it too, because mayonnaise is a big thing over there. And you cut it up, and it tastes good. But bro, you can't fucking live like that. You're gonna get
a heart attack. Yeah, your cholesterol, fucking your blood
yeah.
pressure goes up. But I'm pretty sure like some of the prisoners could live off of that because they exercise all day. Like the people that like are sweating all day, I mean, more than likely they could live off of that, right? Like I'm not advocating for a diet like that or anything, but people like typically people that do a lot of exercising, big manual labor, they usually do need more sodium, bro. That's why like our diet was more sodium based because of the fact that most people were working like in like factories, farms, right? And they were constantly all day in the sun and stuff and sweating. So that's why like a lot of like the old American diet was like pig,
the good shit.
Yeah, like good stuff. Yeah, exactly. And nowadays, I mean, I don't want to get too like again, like I don't want to get too into it, but apparently from like what I've read and what I've seen and what I've listened to, I think even Joe Rogan talked about it, is like back in like I don't know, whenever they established like the food pyramid, like like people wanted to advocate more for like sugar and grain, so that's why they kind of like took a lot of like the animal fat products out of like our diet.
I heard that the pyramid was kind of like a marketing thing for like I don't know, Kellogg, but like a cereal or like a big corporation.
I'm pretty sure
sponsored
it could be, Kellogg's, because that's a grain,
right?
Yeah.
Right. So a big corporation kind of sponsored. That's why you have like a bunch of like. I don't know.
Because like the main. If you look at the food pyramid, the main source of the main thing you should be eating is grains.
Grains, right?
Yeah, grains is like the big portion of it. The smallest part is like the fats.
The fat and the meat, right? I'm assuming at the bottom.
No, the meat is like the third, because they have fruits and vegetables, and then they have like the meats, and then I think it's dairy, and then they have like the oils, like the butters and shit. The fat basically.
Yeah, that pyramid, dude.
They changed it now, and now it's like a food plate.
Now it's like food plate.
Oh,
like portions.
Yeah, like portions, like portion control. But I mean, it's still pretty similar. Like a lot of it is like grains, your veggies, your like your protein and stuff. But the protein is a little bit bigger than the grains, or like about the same, and then like a lot of like veggies and stuff, and then next to it is like the dairy.
Dairy, right? Yeah. Do you see like half your plate should be green?
Yeah.
And then the protein should be the size of your fist or something.
Something like that. Yeah.
And then the other was
the grains, the rice and stuff. It should be about the same as
the protein.
The protein.
But the half of it's green. Yeah, I've seen that one. I've looked into that one. That one's decent, like a start to like.
Yeah, I think that one. I mean, is more. I think more realistic, if I'm being completely honest. I mean, the only thing is that most people don't really eat vegetables. You know what I mean? Like I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm a big not vegetable eater.
That's tough, and I'm also guilty of avoiding fucking vegetables.
Yeah, like for example, like if there was a carrot or baby carrots and an apple, I'd take the apple.
I think that would too. Carrots, eat the carrots and the celery once you eat your wings and like you're still kind of hungry. We're not hungry enough to like order more food. You're like, fuck, the carrots are right there, or the celery's right there, and there's ranch or blue cheese. Just fucking drown those shits and you barely taste it.
That gives me like that unlocked the memory and shit. When I was in pre-K, I don't know if you guys did this too. They would do the celery. Like the celery, they would open it up and they put peanut butter in the middle and like little like raisins, yeah, and then like the carrots.
The carrots, right? Yeah. I think they called it a log or something.
I don't know. I think they described it to us like little ants. And then like the carrots were like the little ants going over the hill, some bullshit like that, bro.
It was ants on a log, I think is what it's called.
I think so.
Something like that. I remember. I remember hearing about that. I don't think we did it, but I remember that being a thing. Yeah, that fucking. I don't know. I think it's dumb that you have cereal as like a main like breakfast item, which I think it's like the worst thing you can eat in the morning. No, like high sugar, high.
It's because I think that people expected people to eat cereals like cornflakes, bro. You get me? But we eat like fucking frosted flakes, fucking
chemicals.
Yeah, we eat fucking what's the shit
cereal.
called? Reese's Puffs.
Yeah.
Fucking what's the other one, fool?
Reese's, Fruity Pebbles.
Fruity Pebbles. That's my favorite one, bro.
Fruity Pebbles is good.
Fruity Pebbles is fire.
Pops is
Pops
good
is
too.
pretty good too.
You know what's underrated? The Chex Mix one, the Life.
Life is fire, bro. Life
That's
is
the Wick one, huh?
yeah, that's
Yeah,
what
those are good.
your mom would show her little
Yeah.
ass fucking the coupon and shit, and they would give you like leche. I mean milk, apple juice, cereal,
Chex. And the other
sometimes eggs. I think
yeah, like
peanut butter.
fruits, yeah,
Yeah.
like off-brand peanut butter, but ton of vegetables and stuff. And,
Yeah.
it was fucking Life, and there's another one.
Kicks.
Was it Kicks? Which was
Kicks was like the little ones, like the little grains. They kind of look like Pops, but not sugary.
Oh, maybe it's that one.
Kicks, and then they had
Kicks.
cornflakes.
That sounds so. KYI.
KIX.
KIX, right?
Kicks. Yeah, look it up.
Yeah, because it's a yellow box, right?
It's a yellow box, I believe.
Oh fuck, I remember most of it, but the actual cereal.
They would give us that one.
KX?
Kicks. KIX. Kicks cereal.
Because this. Oh yeah, I do remember this.
And Cheerios, but like not Honey Nut Cheerios, like the regular
You
Cheerios.
put sugar in it. You know
Yeah, if you didn't put sugar, you would put the thing you would do to put Nesquik. You like if you didn't have sugar, you would put fucking chocolate milk or strawberry milk, whatever you had.
I remember. Oh, dude.
Damn, that's crazy, bro. Low key.
And then I
Damn.
remember also fucking sugar was a lifesaver because would you ever make toast, put butter on it? And sugar?
Yeah, that was a
Like
struggle meal, bro.
yeah,
Low key.
I remember.
With the bolillo too. Hey,
the
we were,
bolillo.
the
Oh,
bolillo
yeah.
or the fuck, what's the other shit called? Shit.
Well,
The telera.
what the fuck's
The
that?
telera is like it's like a more of flat base like
Like super thin?
bolillo. It's not
Oh,
thin.
no.
It's kind of fat.
I don't
It
know.
looks kind of like a bagel.
Telera?
Telera.
It's a
It's a
Mexican
bread.
thing?
Yes, it's a bread.
Telera? It's not sweet. It's just regular bread.
Just regular bread. For it's like a bolillo.
Telera. This
Telera.
I never heard of
Telera bread. Yeah, you've seen it.
Oh, like a roll. Like
Yeah.
these things. That's what
Yeah,
they-
kind of like that. Yeah.
flat.
Yeah.
Which one, which
No,
one?
like this. Kind of like this. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And they were like spongy and shit. And you would cut them in the middle,
Uh-huh.
and then like you would open up, and they're like a bolillo. Same thing.
Oh,
And then you put
butter
butter,
and
and
sugar.
sugar, and if you had a little bit of cinnamon, sparkle some cinnamon
Oh,
on that
so-
bitch too. If you were able to afford it that week, bro.
Oh, dude, that's crazy. And then French toast is normal, right? You just
Yeah,
put,
French toast, I mean-
some pan bimbo, egg, and then syrup.
Sure. Yeah.
That's not that's like how you do it normally. That's not really a struggle.
Yeah.
But that fucking
That was a
one,
struggle meal, bro.
dude. And then that's why I don't really like eggs anymore because every meal was eggs with fucking tortilla. You fry
Yeah.
tortilla, which is super unhealthy, and then you eat the egg with tortilla with tortillas, and
Yeah.
then or fucking weenie with egg, which is like I think that's like universal. Everybody.
Some people, I don't know. Do you eat your chilaquiles with tortilla?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
I can't do that, bro. But I do know.
It's redundant.
Yeah, it's
but
stupid. Right?
It's super redundant. It's like you get a piece of tortilla and then you put a little bit of the fucking
Chilaquiles.
The chilaquiles. You put some cheese and then the beans. So it's like you're not eating so much tortilla. It's still like it's mostly beans. But then eventually you just gotta fucking eat that shit with your spoon because
Yeah.
you're gonna that's like 5,000 calories right there. I mean not that
Fucking
much,
carbs.
but
man.
it's like a shit.
The
ton.
carb is crazy, man.
And I fucking love chilaquiles. You know what they do too?
Chilaquiles is fire, bro. Chilaquiles is
It's like
one of those
top-
things
top.
that I love that shit.
Top.
Yeah.
They put fucking in Guadalajara. They have torta de chilaquiles, which that's even more fucking carbs. It's tortilla and a fucking and carb on carb.
Imagine making that into a burrito.
Oh, like the
Like that one dude?
Alex
Alex?
Serrano.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was cool.
That's cool. I like watching his stuff, bro. His stuff has been coming out recently. But I'm pretty sure, I don't know if he doesn't understand it or like it's all planned out at this point. I'm pretty sure it is.
Yeah, it is.
Where like it's like the innuendos or like the double meaning.
Yeah.
Like that
the innuendos. The
yeah,
sexual
like-
innuendos.
yeah.
Yeah. It's I think initially it was accidental,
Yeah.
but now he
understands it, right?
he understands it, and not only that, he purposely tries to get the cooks or whatever down
To
that road
play,
to make
yeah.
fun of him.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So he becomes like the butt of the joke, which that's how he gets views because it's hilarious.
It's
dude.
funny, yeah.
Yeah, especially when he goes to he has a restaurant in Guadalajara, and he oftentimes goes with Canelo's brother.
Oh, yeah.
The taco spot down there, and then they like do skits and shit. So it's,
He's from here, no?
He's
For sure. I'm pretty
He's
sure.
American, yeah,
but I'm
yeah.
pretty sure he's from California, no?
California specifically.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe. Mhm.
I mean, I don't know.
Yeah,
But
he's cool.
yeah, talking about that, Canelo's brother actually opened up a second taco shop here in Chula Vista.
In LA, huh? I mean,
In San Diego.
California? Yeah. That's what's it called?
Rigo's Tacos, I think.
Rigo's, right? Because
I think so.
I think is Del Rico is like his slogan, but his tacos are something tacos. It's not
Yeah, it's right there in Chula Vista in San Diego.
It's not that far.
Yeah.
It's like
Nah.
it's like that Chula Vista is like passing Orange County, huh? It's right there. Which brother is it?
Rigoberto.
Rigoberto Alvarez.
Mhm.
Rigo Alvarez. Is he the one that fought Omar Chavez?
I think so.
He fought Omar, right?
Yeah, I think so.
One of
One of them fought Austin Trout too. Remember? And then he had the whole thing where like he avenged his brother's loss. But I don't know if it was Rigo too.
Rigo,
I mean, fucking that was like fucking like 7 brothers and shit.
and they're all boxers.
Yeah.
Rigoberto
Alvarez.
Rigo Alvarez restaurant.
Tacos. Yeah.
I think it's called something. It is Rigo's Tacos. Yeah.
It is Rigo's Tacos, right?
Yeah, it is Rigo's Tacos. Oh, sick. Yeah, Rigo's Tacos in fucking Guadalajara.
If you're watching, no mames, güey.
I do want to know. Because he fought Omar's, one of those Canelo's brothers fought Omar's, Julio's brother like twice. They had a trilogy. Oh yeah, he lost to Austin Trout. Rigoberto lost to Austin Trout, and then he
Find out he fought Oscar. Find out he fucking fought Omar too.
Nah. He's 27-4. He had a decent record.
Yeah.
Lost to Austin Trout, lost to Marco Antonio Rubio, and then Anthony Mundane. So one of the other brothers fought Omar. Fucking that clip you sent me of Chavez, El Terrible, fucking.
Oh, that was cool.
Cool.
I saw the whole thing. It was pretty interesting.
It was interesting how they break down the.
Yeah, but it's kind of funny though too because of the fact that Morales and Marquez don't really get along. So
you can tell there's tension there.
Yeah, they didn't really want to like interact with each other. Like Barrera and Marquez kind of broke that barrier a little bit already because they've done already like a few interviews with each other and like they've done it. But Morales and Marquez, they're just like
Morales and Marquez.
Marquez, they're like Barrera and Morales. They still, they have a podcast together. They have a podcast together, whatever, and they work and stuff. But they still don't really get as along because there's still some tension there because they always kind of like throw little shots at each other. Because I remember at one point. And Julio, he's an instigator, bro.
Yeah,
like he fucking loves instigating the shit out of that shit, bro.
Yeah.
And he's like
Marquez knew what he was doing when he asked Chavez who won the fights.
Marquez,
I think Marquez knew like, okay, Julio's gonna be
like instigating.
He's gonna get his clips.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You get that feeling too?
And that's not the only time that he's done it. He's done it
Chavez?
a few times. Yeah. He's an instigator, bro.
It's
Instigating
funny, right?
as fuck. Yeah, he's funny as fuck. And then Barrera, like he goes along with it more. And then like Morales is short tempered. So you can kind of see like Morales, and he drinks water. He said it himself. He drinks water, so he like apparently like the therapist, like his anger management therapist, told him to drink water, so like he doesn't reply with something right away. Like he has to think about like what he says.
Yeah.
But it's funny because Julio tells him like he fucked you up 3 times, bro. What are you talking about?
And he's fucking chugging fucking
water. the whole thing.
Gallon.
Yeah, that's funny as fuck, bro. He was instigating the shit out of that shit.
That's fucking Mexican comedy right there. That's like it's like. They know, like Chavez knows they're not gonna fight each other. They're grown fucking men. They're gonna bicker, and it's gonna be funny. And he's gonna get a laugh out of it. So he knows that I'm gonna test the fucking line again. Testing the line to the name of this fucking episode. Testing the line, and for him, he's like, bro, they're not gonna fight me. I mean, nothing's gonna happen. So I'm gonna fucking fuck with them and. You get
it's funny as fuck,
gold,
bro. Yeah, he starts cracking up. Like you could if you fucking know Mexican comedy, you could should have see like what the fuck he's doing. Yeah, because he starts laughing, bro. Yeah. He has like a little ass evil laughing shit.
You know what surprised me? Fucking Oscar the Lawyer on someone's podcast. They asked him about Mayweather and Pacquiao.
What do you say?
He's very, very, very honest. And like he asked him about Pacquiao. He's like, oh, do you think you were at disadvantage? You fought him at 147. They fought him at 147.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, I fought him at 147. Yeah, but he's like the smaller guy. He wouldn't come up to 154. He's like, oh. And then the interviewer was like, would it have made a difference if I fought at 154? He's like, nah, bro, he would have fucked me up no matter what. I was in a bad place in my career. Same thing with Mayweather. Like, do you think you could have beat him if you were younger or whatever? Nah, Mayweather's just better than me. He's like super honest about it. And same thing with the whole fishnet. Like, yeah, man. I mean, I was drugged up. Like super transparent, which is surprising because he's like.
It's because I feel like, especially since him being a Latino, the more you deny it or like the more you don't going up to it, like the more people te va a chingar, way. Like you know, like if For example, like, hey, fool, like, eres bien marihuano. Yeah, fool, here, wait, ¿quieres un toque? Like, people, like,
Yeah,
what the,
they
like, what the
stop.
fuck, yeah, like, what the fuck do I do? But if you're like, nah, wait, ¿cómo crees, güey? Like, no, yo te vi allá, and, you know, they'll make some rumor, like, yo te vi con Chanita, güey, y Chanita te la estaba prendiendo, you get me? And then, like, sales emputado, güey, because of the fact that, like, you feed into that bullshit, güey.
Yeah, and so that, I mean, after that, it's like he admits it. It's like, oh well, it's not that like it's I'm not making fun of him anymore. It's not funny. So you're right. It just stops right there.
Yeah, it stops right
It's
there,
like,
yeah.
It's like in improv, you always yes and you continue the story. But if you say no, like oh you do like a negative,
Yeah.
it's like yeah. I mean or the opposite. If you agree with the rumors, if you
Yeah.
find like you're transparent about the rumors, then you
You stop
You
it
stop
there.
right there.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
it's like, bro, what are you going to say? Like,
It's
low-key,
like,
like, it's like that reverse psychology of, like, 8 Mile. Remember at the
8
end
Mile?
when he raps? You seen it, right? Like, 8 Mile with Eminem?
I remember.
Remember at the end, like he figures out, like, oh, yeah, this was going to rap about everything that's going on wrong with my life.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I'm a rap about, like, literally what's going on in my life.
I'm ugly.
Yeah, and shit. And, like, bro, what do you have to say?
I'm a trailer park kid. My mom
Yeah.
is a whore. Yeah, I do remember that. You remember the scary movie bit? Like we put up the hood. You see scary movie though, right?
I've seen the first one and the one where they stay at the haunted house. Which one's that one? The third one, no?
Third one, yeah.
Yeah.
Where, like my good arm.
Mm-hmm.
Remember? And but yeah, and I think it was 5. I think they did 5.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen
It
that.
was there. It was the 8 Mile scene where they're rapping, and then he won the battle, and then he put the fucking his hoodie on, and it's like the it's like a sharp pointy
Yeah.
thing. So the white dude wearing like the KKK gown in front of black people,
Mhm.
and then one of the guys was like, "Hey, your hood." And he's like, "Yeah, we're invited to the hood now." Like, "Your hood, bro, your hood." Like, "Yeah, we're going to the hood after this," and he kicked him out because it was whatever. It's not that funny. But it was,
Like Dave Chappelle.
yeah.
Remember the Dave Chappelle bit, the first episode?
Oh, bro, Bigums.
Yeah.
That one. Oh,
That
bro.
was also pushing the boundaries at the time
That
still.
one is risky because the very first episode was fucking the blind.
It was that one, yeah,
The very
though.
first episode. It's crazy how you start off like that. That's fucking. He's ballsy. He's fucking
Yeah,
ballsy. Yeah,
for
yeah.
sure, man.
Bro, Shane Gillis has a show called Tires, which you know who Shane Gillis is, right?
Yeah, the guy that impersonates Trump.
Trump. That guy. He has his own like. It's kind of no. It's more like you seen the Office.
I've seen.
you know,
I mean, I've never seen it, but I
But-
know
but you
like
know-
some
you
of the
know-
characters. Yeah, like
But you know what kind of show it is? Like,
Yeah.
So this one he has
Dry humor.
They work in a tire shop,
Uh-huh.
and Shane Gillis is like the biggest bro of all. Like his comedy is like what we kind of find funny, like stupid
Yeah.
shit. He'll make stupid faces. He'll say stupid gay shit, kind of like how we this podcast. But that's who he is.
Yeah.
Times
Times
better,
100.
getting fucking more talented than us. This show is it's different because it's not woke. He's like obviously been canceled, so he's opposite of
Yeah.
woke. And I think people should watch it on Netflix. But they streamed it allegedly.
yeah.
So you can just stream it. But if you have Netflix, watch it on Netflix.
I feel, bro. You know, 2 things. I mean, since we're kind of like running out of time, that shit went by fucking fast as fuck, bro.
Shit.
Did you talking about like the Donald Trump impersonation? Did you see the whole? I know this is also like brain dead fucking content.
Yeah.
But have you seen the one where like Sarah dates like 12 influencers or something like that?
Sarah Safari?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. David Alvarez?
Yeah. Remember the guy that plays Trump?
Oh, yeah.
And then they were
yeah.
asking him like, "What do you think of her costume and shit?" And he's like, "She should go back."
Oh, yeah.
That was the
Dressed
border.
as Dora?
That shit was funny as fuck. That guy's pretty funny too.
That guy wants at the UFC.
Oh, for real?
Dress like Trump.
Oh, yeah?
Like a skinny dude, right?
Yeah, skinny dude.
He
Yeah.
hangs around with some influencers. Jake
fucking-
Paul? Is it with Jake? He hangs out with like some influencers.
Oh yeah.
Right?
I don't know. That's the first time I've seen him. Honestly.
Oh, because I seen pictures of somebody, like a skinny white dude, like orange face.
Orange face, little hat and
a
shit.
suit
Yeah.
at the UFC. It's
probably him.
I'm assuming it's him. The same dude that, damn, he had more respect.
He's funny.
Bro, Felipe and Felipe is fucking and his people. What is it? Los Tóxicos.
Chicos talking. They're funny.
They're
They're
blowing up,
cool.
huh?
Yeah, they blew up.
Fucking yeah, that's dope. 'Cause
I watch them here and there and shit too.
They're pretty funny, huh?
Yeah, they're funny, bro.
Yeah, I remember watching him when he was just a gym influencer. He was
Yeah.
like, he's benching 3 plates like nothing. Like this fucker's strong, and then now he's more into like comedy and stuff.
Comedy and like vlogging.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
he's that
yeah.
type of thing. It's crazy, fool. Because I'm pretty sure they're making like maybe not bank, but a good amount of money because they've been collabing with like a lot of big stars, and then at the same time, like they all have like their own channel. So like they have the main channel, and then they have like other channels on the side where they're like even they themselves are like singly are
Doing some
collaborating
stuff.
with some other stuff. Yeah, so it's
yeah.
fucking they're getting views, bro. They're up there.
I think he was on Raw Talk, right? Or
Yeah, he was.
Bradley Martin's
Yeah.
podcast, and that one like I know I watched him lifting and stuff, but this one was kind of funny because he talked about how almost made it Europe.
Yeah.
Playing soccer, but he couldn't.
Yeah, I couldn't because that's fucked up. But
that's when he found out.
It's like either you want you want to stay in Europe or you want to eat. I remember his mom told him something like that.
Right? Yeah, to that one.
And then like you just talking about that just to kind of close off the show.
Yeah.
There's like also I seen this going around a lot. The fact that a lot of people are complaining. Well, they're not complaining, but it's kind of true. I mean, I kind of agree with it, kind of, right? Yeah. But the thing is, a lot of people are like saying like, oh, why are Hispanic people like pushing like the dumbass people like as influencers and shit, you know? And then once again, like I like to look at kind of like the whens, the hows, and the whys of like everything going on. And I saw like this psychologist kind of break it down, like just talking about the dynamics is similar to like a family home. Like people love the drama. You grow up watching novelas, like all this shit that they do is like a novela. You like the chick that got pregnant early on. You see it like in your family, right? And you see like their family, since most Mexican household or Latinos household, they're conservative. You see them like, you know, rope those like women in like in their household and like, you know, helping them like grow up and shit, and like how education isn't valued, and it's more like like, you know, nomás pasándotela bien and like just fucking around and shit. But it was just kind of like crazy to see like people like actually breaking it down, and then like the other people kind of like complaining and shit. But it's like you're complaining, but yet you know who they are and shit. And at some point you probably watched it, you related to it.
You sent me that video, right? Where they're like someone that they're more likely to be poor again, like there's no generation. They get pregnant early on, like the influencers get pregnant.
Yeah, exactly. They're like, and they talk about like how a lot of it is just only for a minute, for a moment. After that, like since most of them are not really college educated, or probably don't even know where like their money and their assets are gonna go to. Yeah, like you just like you said, like you just repeat the cycle again. Right? Yeah,
I think you sent me that, right?
I think I sent you that one. It's like a woman like breaking it down, because she was talking about like how she went to like university, college and stuff, and how like when she was in college, like even like other Hispanics were telling her like, oh, that's stupid, like low-key you could just start working right now, you know?
Yeah. My brother was telling me when I was graduating high school, my brother was saying, like, come work with me.
Yeah.
He works in a union, and he like, just don't go to school, come work with me. And then my other brother was telling me to go to school. So yeah, I can see what I can relate to, like that mentality, just go to work. Like, because especially now, blue collar people, I understand why you say it, because blue collar right now is like a in demand job.
Yeah, it is, bro. So, like a lot of people are looking for like positions, right? Because I've seen like these videos too where like plumbers and electricians are asking, hey guys, like low key, like I know that most of you guys want to stream and stuff, bro, but this is kind of like a cry for help, bro. Like, hey, bro. But it's funny, but like what the people in the comments are saying too is like, bro, like, but the thing is that you guys don't gotta understand, especially like the people on top, is like these kids, they don't want to just come in and earn for their internships or like their experience $14 an hour. It's like, bro, like, and it's true what they're saying, bro. Like, pay them like maybe not as much as like a top guy, but pay him like a decent amount of money. Like, don't screw him over, because this generation is not gonna work for that small amount of money. No. And then they can't. First of all, you can't, and you don't want to. Yeah. And the generation, whether you like it or not, bro, and whether people hate it or not, this is the generation that actually fought for like, or is at least fighting for like, you know, fair wage. You know, like they didn't just take the job just because they needed it. You get me?
Shut up and like work.
Yeah, like most of our parents, you know, like, oh, solo vete a trabajar. You get me? Yeah, it's a privilege to work. But these kids, fool, like companies and like businesses and business owners need to keep up with like the time and like the way or the psychology of like the younger generation as well.
I think they got pushed so fucking hard, because now the economy, the inflation is so bad. Now I think the government or whatever's in charge, like whatever's causing this, is like they push them so to the ground. They're like, okay, now we have to fucking do something about like I guess our like millennials and like us, because we're Gen Z, I think. Yeah. So we got pushed or like other people that are fighting for this, they got pushed. They got fucked up so badly by the economy or whatever these forces are. So they're like, okay, now I'm gonna fight for better job.
Yeah, and I think that they should start looking into that and changing stuff around, because this generation is not just gonna take a job just cause. Like, you gotta give them like a livable wage, or at least something acceptable. You get me? Yeah. And
it's crazy because my mom, when my mom was my age, she was buying her first house. She was 29. She bought her first house, and that was 89 or whatever. And bro, I'm almost her age, and like, I'm nowhere near.
No, you can't even afford one, bro.
I'm nowhere near buying.
At least not
house.
Here either.
Yeah, so it's things have changed, and then in this case for the worse. But I mean, it's cyclical. Like, things get better, things get worse.
Yeah, it's like a up and down thing.
And then people push the fucking the protests and whatever they do. But yeah, I'm optimistic about life. Are you?
Yeah, bro. I mean, low-key, if you're not looking at it in a good way, then I mean,
Yeah.
why live it? You know,
Yeah, it's already
not
bad.
even trying to be fucked up.
If it's already bad, the worst you can do.
Yeah,
is
like
keep it in your
I remember
mind.
like something saying like something along the lines of like never really try to think too negatively, because if you think negatively and then like those things happen, you put your experience you put yourself through that experience twice.
Yeah.
Once
theoretically,
in the mind and
then once in practice.
yeah,
So,
exactly.
fuck
That's
yeah.
a good way to end the
We're
podcast, right?
optimistic about life.
Yeah.
Hood Rats Podcast 2020 for the rest of the
It's about to
eternity.
end. Yeah, it's about to end. The year's about to end.
One last thing. We didn't do any special, but we hit the year mark, which is cool.
Yeah,
right?
1,000,
The last the year mark of podcast in November, right?
Oh yeah. That's what you're talking about.
Yeah,
Yeah, we hit the
year
year in November.
Yeah, we didn't do anything special because I mean it's just the first year is whatever.
Yeah, the first year is tough.
We know we're gonna be here. We know we're gonna be here for the 5th year. We know we're gonna be here for the 10th year.
Yeah.
So there's eternity to celebrate. So right now we're thankful. We're optimistic.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also like I mean I always forget to include this in the intro, but follow the Instagram,
Yes,
follow
sir.
the TikTok. Just try to support all of us, man. Like we're just basically, even though we say a lot of stupid shit, like we always try to learn. You get me? Like going back to like the bit that we kind of had in the beginning, like the look into it. Like we're always trying to like learn like something new and like try to like not be so much of like those airhead influencer people, right?
Yeah,
like we
yeah.
try to actually like at least give you guys some knowledge, even though at times we're just fucking around.
R words. Sometimes
Yeah.
they're R words. Sometimes.
Yeah, and then sometimes, honestly, like if I'm being completely honest, sometimes it may sound like we're stupid, but if I'm being completely honest, sometimes I don't know how to express myself, or sometimes like the way that I speak doesn't really sound as articulate as it probably could be, because my vocabulary I could probably use way better words, right? But I mean, we're just trying to communicate like
the way we do.
Yeah, the way we do. We're just trying to make this like a chill, like how we would just communicate with friends, right? Because I could also make this very professional, but I don't think people would find it that entertaining.
It's a
right?
conversation between two homies.
Yeah, exactly.
No homo. Yeah. All right. Peace out, guys.
Thank you.